Welcome to the lecture. In today's video lecture, we will cover the topic that is the concept of linear regression. How the linear regression is working, that we will see today in this video lecture. So let's start with the linear regression algorithm. So this linear regression algorithm, it is an algorithm of the machine learning. So there are so many algorithms available in machine learning. This is one of the simplest algorithm, that is the linear regression algorithm. So starting with the linear regression algorithm. What is a regression? So simple regression analysis is a statistical tool that gives us the ability, it means to estimate the mathematical relationship between the dependent variable and the independent variable. So over here, usually the letter y is called the dependent variable into our formula, and into our formula the x will be called as the independent variable. So the dependent variable is the variable for which we want to make a prediction. So over here linear regression is very useful to make a prediction. It means if you want to do estimation or if you want to do the prediction of the future, then linear regression algorithm is very useful. And remember, it has two variables, that is dependent variable, that is the y, and independent variable, that is the x. So this y value we want to predict, so it will depend on the independent variable. Let's see in deep that what it means. So it is the simple linear regression model. In simple linear regression model, you have only one independent variable, that is x, and the relationship between x and y is described by a linear function. What is a linear function? That is y equals to mx plus c. You have already studied in mathematics that y equals to mx plus c is the equation of the linear line, or we can say the equation of the linear model. So changes in y are assumed to be caused by the changes in x. So there are different types of regression models available. So these are the four different types of regression models. That is the positive linear relationship. This is the relationship that is the not linear. This is the negative linear relationship, and it has no relationship. So over here from this four, we have to only focus on the first one, that is the positive linear relationship. So this is how my linear line looks like. So let's study in detail. So this is the formula of a linear regression, that is the population linear regression. We have already seen in the previous video lecture that what is population and what is sample. So based on the population, this is the formula of the population regression model. It means the formula considering the complete data set. So this is the formula just like y equals to mx plus c. Over here, in place of m, over here the coefficient, that is the constant, is beta 1. And instead of c, I am using over here, that is the beta 0. So what is m over here? M means slope. It means over here my beta 1 is the slope. So you can see over here it is showing population slope coefficient, that is the beta 1. And what is c in y equals to mx plus c? So c is your intercept. So over here your beta 0 is your intercept. So you can see over here that is population y-intercept, it is showing as beta 0. So these are my linear component. And what is this epsilon? This epsilon is my random error component. So it might happen that some error is present in my linear regression model, and it is shown by epsilon like this. What is y? So in linear regression, remember there are two variables, independent variable and a dependent variable. So y will be my dependent variable and this x will be my independent variable, and beta 0 and beta 1 are constant, just like m and c. Now next, this is the regression model formula for the sample. Previous one was for the population, this one for the population, and this one for the sample. That is, the sample regression line provides an estimate of the population regression line. So over here, this formula is very similar to y equals to mx plus c. So for the population, we were using the different constant, that is the beta 0 and beta 1. And for the sample formula, we will be using a coefficient, or we can say the constant as b0 and b1. So again, this coefficient with x will be your slope, and the individual one will be your intercept. Again, y is your in a dependent variable and x will be your independent variable. So we always want to predict the value of y. That is, we want to estimate the values of y. That is the value of dependent variable. And the value of independent variable will be given to you. So you can find easily if you have the value of b0, if you have the value of b1, if you have the value of x, then you can easily find the value of y. So this is how we are doing the prediction. So the individual random error terms, that is EI over here, have a mean of 0. That means over here the error term is very less. So this is the formula, that is the formulas for estimated regression line. So this is the formula to calculate B1 and B0. So from this formula, how to find B0 and B1? So you can find the value of B0 and B1 by using this formula. You will be having the different values of x and y, so you can put all the values, so you will get the value of b1 easily. Once you find the b1, then you can find the mean of y, mean of x, and b1 is with you, then you can find b0. So like this we can perform the different analysis. But over here, let's see the simple linear regression with the help of data set. So over here, this x-axis shows my independent variable line. This y-axis shows my dependent variable axis. So this is my y and this is my x. So linear regression line will be like this. That is the blue dashed line. Now let's see that this is my observation. I am having the value of x and y in my data set. So this is my observation. I am plotting my another observation. So these two are my observation. So like this only, I will be plotting all different observations like this. So on my this particular graph, my all my observations are plotted like this. So these blue dots are my observations, and from this I will draw a line which will almost cover all the points. So like this is my linear regression line. So this is called my linear regression line. Now what next I want to do? Suppose on the linear regression line, this yellow dot shows my estimated value, right? This is my estimated value, but what is this? This blue dot shows my actual value. So the difference between the estimated value and the actual value will be called as the error. Because if you finding the value of y based on this particular regression line, then obviously you will get the value of y on this particular regression line. So this is the estimated value of y, and this is what the actual value is over here. So this is your actual data point, and you got the predicted data point or the estimated data point over here on this line. So difference between the two is called the error. So let's understand with the help of the data set. Suppose I am having a data set of a car, and it shows the different columns like the engine size, cylinders, the fuel consumption comb, and the CO2 emissions. So this shows the index position of the rows, that is from 0 to 9. I am having a data of all the 8 cars, that is the complete data, that what is the engine size. Suppose the engine size is 2.0, cylinder used is 4, fuel consumption is 8.5, and the CO2 emissions, that is the CO2 emitted by the car, is 196. So this is the value of 8 different cars. But you can see over here some question mark is there. So I am having the complete data set of the 8 cars, but suppose in future one car is being launched. So one car will be launched in future. So in that car, my engine size will be 2.4, my cylinders used will be 4, fuel consumption comp will be 9.2, then what will be the emission of CO2 in that newly manufactured car? So I want to estimate this particular CO2 emission parameter in my newly manufactured car. So over here we will focus on the CO2 emissions. So what will be our CO2 emissions? I want to find the value of this CO2 emission. So I will call this CO2 emission as my value as Y, because this will be my dependent variable. So it will depend either on the engine size or on the cylinders or on the fuel consumption count. So based on that, I will predict my value of Y. So from this three, one will be your independent variable X. So regression is the process of predicting a continuous value. So it is very necessary that your values are the quantitative data, not the categorical one. So over here, we will call this CO2 emission as the dependent variable, that is Y, and these all are my independent variable, that is X. From this three column, we have to choose only one variable as the independent variable. So these all are the continuous values. Now how the regression model works. So you have the historical data. Suppose you have the historical data of your 8 cars, and from that historical data you will prepare a model. So you have prepared the model from the data of the 8 cars. Now I am manufacturing my new car, that is my ninth car in my company, and I am giving the data to this particular model, that I have the engine size, I have the fuel consumption comp, and I have the total number of cylinder used. So I'm inputting all this data to the model, and this model will tell us that what will be the CO2 emissions in the car. So how this model learn? The model learns from the past data. So based on the past data, the model is prepared, and when we input some new data to the model, then it will learn accordingly, and it will tell the future emission, that is the future, or we can say the estimated value of CO2 in future in my newly manufactured car, or the car which I will, or the organization will going to manufacture. So there are different types of regression models available. That is the simple regression and the multiple regression. So in the simple regression, again you have two types. That is the simple linear regression and simple non-linear regression. But we have to focus on this first one, that is the simple linear regression. So over here, we will be choosing CO2 emission as the value of Y, and my independent variable, that is my value of X, will be your engine size of all the cars. In multiple linear regression, or we can say the multiple non-linear regression, there will be more than one independent variable. That is the, if you are considering the engine size and cylinders, both the values as the value of X, then that will be the concept of multiple regression. But we are focusing on this right now, that is the simple regression, that is the simple linear regression specifically. So where this regression can be used? The regression can be used in the sales forecasting. Suppose based on the festivals, if you want to know that what will be your sales in future, then you can easily predict based on the past data. So your model will learn from the past data. Suppose in the past there are lots of festivals. Suppose I am taking the data set of last 2 years, and in last 2 years, according to the festivals, there in my sales there are lots of changes. My sales increases during festivals, and uh, if there are no festivals, then my sales are constant. So what will be my sales for my new festival? That is, suppose I want to know what will be my sale on Diwali, then you can predict based on the past data. So the model will learn from the past data, and you can predict the value of the future. Then comes the satisfaction analysis, and then comes the price estimation. In the price estimation, suppose I am giving the example of the house price prediction. Then I suppose I am taking the example of Ahmedabad. Then in Ahmedabad there are loads of houses are there. So that houses are having different qualities, like what is the living area, what is the size of the living area, what are the total number of rooms, that house is how far from the public transportation, whether the hospital area is in nearby or not. So based on this, my data set will be prepared, And if someone want to sell their house, or someone is building a new house, then what will be the price of that newly constructed house? Then you can estimate the house price based on the regression model. Then comes the employment income. The data set will be like this, that what is the experience of the employee, what type of task he is doing. So based on that, what should be the income of the employee? So employment income, that is also estimated by using the regression model. So how we are doing? Suppose I am having the full data set, and I will divide this complete data set into two parts, that is the train data set and the test data set. So 70% will be my train data set and 30% will be my test data set. So from the train data set, I am having in the train data set the value of x and y both. That is the independent variable also and the dependent variable also. So I am having both the values, that is value of x and y both. Based on that, I will prepare my model. So in my model, my regression line will be produced, that is y equals to mx plus c, and my model is prepared. Now in this test data set, my value of x will be given, that is my value of independent variable will be given, and you have to predict or you have to estimate the value of y. So in the model you are having the regression line, you are having the value of x, so put the value of x in your formula and you will get the value of y. So this is how we are performing the linear regression. So if you plot all your data points, this blue are my data points, then from that data points you can draw a line passing from all the data points, and you can find your linear regression line like this. So let's see, this is how I plotted. So this blue shows my all the data points, and this red line shows the linear regression line. So this is how the linear regression line is working. In the next lecture, we will continue this topic, that is the concept of simple linear regression. So keeping it till here, thank you all.